Okay, I'm going to now introduce you to hit confirming in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising. There are two main hit confirming methods that I will cover that are visual. I will not cover audio hit confirming because I don't do it, at least not consciously. And there are two main methods for inputting the specials, which I will cover. One of those is basically only really a thing because input buffer in this game sucks and it only applies to one character, really, to my knowledge anyways. But let's start with visual hit confirming. There are two main visual ways to hit confirm visually, and it's either via hit visual effects, or it's via health bar. I'm going to cover visual hit confirming first. This is what you should be doing, especially if your character has a poke like Catalina 2M or Catalina Far Heavy, which have the visual effect slash, which is very easy to spot. But Catalina in general has pretty easy to spot confirms with visual effects, and it's pretty good for her to do this method because she also pays attention to footsies a lot. And the big advantage of this method is that you do not need to look away from your opponent at all, which helps a lot if you are trying to space it. The disadvantage of this method is that in weird situations, it can be really difficult to correctly confirm it. However, there is one thing to help you, and it's actually a big advantage sometimes. You get a completely different effect on counter hits, so if you're cracked, you can do stuff like this, which I don't. I don't even confirm this shit. I just do it on block, because on block, this shit basically beats everything. There is not a single 6-frame medium in the game with as much range as Catalina 2M. So, yeah, if you try to press after Catalina Far Light and she does 2M, you basically get smoked. So, yeah. With that said, that is a good visual confirming method, and I still use it even if I hate it, because it's kind of unavoidable. Sometimes you can't take eyes off the opponent and you need to confirm what's happening visually on their body. But I don't like this method because it's kind of inconsistent compared to the other method, which is confirming via health bar, which I prefer much rather. Because it is exact, it gives you pretty much a perfect cue. The only two disadvantages of this thing are, A, it can kind of fuck you up on rollback because it can confirm, it can like spike to the red and then spike back, which is annoying, but that also happens with visual effects. It's kind of unavoidable. And the second part is you need to look away from your opponent, which for some characters it's really annoying, and for some characters not so much, but it is still kind of annoying. And when you're especially trying to do stuff like pre-buffering, in addition to looking at their health bar, in addition to paying spacing, it can be kind of annoying, but it is worth it for very tight hit confirms, for example off of lights and off of specific things that require reactions that are faster than 16 frames, which Zeta does a lot of. For example, Zeta confirming Farlight into 6SU, or Zeta confirming JU on block, JH on hit into ultimate dive, which is a 15-16 frame reaction. I'm not sure the exact window, but my reactions for it are 15 frames successfully, so let's go with that. Now, the main two confirming methods for confirming into specials are either to pre-buffer or to simple input. And if you can, you should use simple inputs, because they are way easier for the most part for hit confirming weird things off of health bar, because this is extremely tight. This is a 14 frame reaction window. And to be fair, I have gotten good enough at pre-buffering to the point where I can do this. If I can do this. Oh, also, I think I accidentally put Gran on doesn't block. Let me just put him on random. So yeah, you can see I can pre-buffer this pretty consistently, but And because of the spacing, it's kind of annoying for me to sometimes hit confirm with this. Yeah. But you can avoid that if you just place your S and U buttons closer to what you have normally. I just have them in a weird spacing, which kind of nerfs my hit confirms. The reason I don't ever hit confirm via 6SU off of 2M though is because... yeah, this can happen. The input rear in this game is dog ass. I hate it so much. So, and this also happens if you try to confirm with... if I can show this. And this is not that big of a deal because it still confirms into a combo, but like you've wasted 100% meter, and the knockdown off of it isn't that good. Except in like respect to like this. But I think that for me specifically, having the peace of mind that my input will not turn into a super by accident because of the shitty input buffer in this game is worth me doing it pre-buffering. And I'm pretty good at pre-buffering. Like, watch this. I am extremely consistent with this thing. So much so that actually, due to my input scheme... fucking... there we go. I can basically pre-buffer DP as consistently as I can use no buffer at all. And for me, it's better because it's only one button I need to press instead of two. So yeah, with Zeta there is an actual reason to not use simple inputs, but unless your character hit confirms with deep input or 6SU input, there is literally no reason to do it. But with Zeta there is. But as Catalina, you kind of don't need to do this because Catalina's main input is neutral SU, which is pretty simple to confirm, and if you have it even better, then it's even easier to confirm this.
Excellent.
So yeah, with that all said, that has been hit confirming in this game, and I hope this helps you somehow.